government has released a draft copy of the Freedom of Information legislation. They did that yesterday. The long-awaited bill was being reviewed to ensure that the proper support mechanism was in place. Janae Noel Ferguson takes a closer look tonight at the bill.
The new Freedom of Information Act, when passed, will replace and repeal the old act passed in 2012 under the former administration but was never enacted. There are some sweeping changes, as the new bill no longer gives the minister responsible veto power over the disclosure of information, and it also sets the framework for an independent information commissioner. And although the primary objective of the bill is to give further effect to certain fundamental principles underlying the system of constitutional democracy, namely government accountability, transparency, and public participation in national decision-making by granting the public right to access of records. The act, however, does not apply to the judicial functions of a court, the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces, the Immigration and Customs Department, or the Financial Intelligence Unit. That's in relation to their strategic or operational intelligence gathering activities. Now, during his communication in the House of Assembly last week, Minister of Education Jerome Fitzgerald laid out some of the perimeters of the new bill.
Firstly, expanding the right of access of information to bodies with nexus to the Bahamas. Secondly, expanding the class of accessible documents to include certain policy documents. Thirdly, narrowing the class of documents that are exempt from disclosure. And fourthly, recommendation for a standalone whistleblowing legislation and also for the review of the Official Secrecies Act. The government acknowledges that the access to information is a fundamental human right and an essential condition for all democratic.
Now, the whistleblower section of the Act stipulates that no person may be subject to any legal, administrative, or employment-related sanction, regardless of any breach of a legal or employment-related obligation for releasing information on wrongdoing or that which could disclose a serious threat to health, safety, or the environment, as long as he is in good faith. Fitzgerald has also indicated that the act will not be tabled until they have gathered information from the public, including the press. Now, the Attorney General's office will be responsible for hosting a number of town meetings to seek the public's input on the new bill. Janae Noel Ferguson, ZNS Network News.